Jerome JT62 coming at you again. With this one, we're going to do a nice short video on spindle lighting. Something you're interested in? Coming right up. I found myself having to hold a flashlight to see the bed as it was cutting. I thought I needed to come up with a permanent solution for that. So what I did, I have another ring that I 3D printed. I'll show you in a second, but this ring sits right on top of the dust shoe. And here's a wiring coming up. Goes through the cable chain, so it's a clean install. I'm not going to show you that whole thing. Not really a reason to do that. It was designed, again, Fusion 360, this ring. This hole here is for the wire to come through. It's end set in here, so it doesn't sit on top of the plastic on top of this. So I just used double-sided tape to hold the light in. And then this ring just goes in there the way you see that. I'll post a link to the LED ring. I got it from Super Bright LEDs. That's where I get all my specialized LED lighting. Prices are super. Great place to do business with. I think the ring was maybe $8. Make sure that for this spindle, this is an 80mm spindle. I had to order another ring. The first one was too small. I ordered the 80. I should have measured something maybe, or looked at the drawing, but you need the 100mm ring. And I use the cool light, not the natural light. So when I turn this light on here, you can see it. And you can easily view your material through here, or if you don't have your dust shoe on, this section's always going to stay on here. So this will stay clean in here. So even if I'm not using the dust shoe for some reason, that just sits on top of there. I won't be taking that off very often. There's really not a reason to do that. So we'll go down here and look at the controller. Nice simple little thing there. We'll talk about that. Be right back. Here's the controller side. I added another switch here. I decided not to put a pilot light on there. I was going to put a lit switch like this pump switch here. I decided not to do that. It's just something else to burn out that I'm going to have to replace maybe later on. The pilot lights are easy. I really don't want to have to buy another switch for this, a lit switch. So if this one ever does go out, I'll just go ahead and probably add a pilot light and make it a normal switch like the rest of these. So this switch is a direct wire to the LED on the spindle itself. So there is an additional plug. If you viewed my controller box, I went over this and I said that there were 3 additional vacant plugs for expansion, and that's the reason why I did that. So I used one of those, and it still has 2 vacant wires in there that I can use for something else. And they terminate. Let me get around here. We can see that. Let me pause this for a second. We'll go look at the other side. Kind of difficult to see there, but anyway, the Spindle Light was added to this, so it is a harness. This is where everything comes back in and either goes up to the machine directly or through this junction box and then up through the machine. So I wired the switch through here. It was easier to pull a wire from the light, terminate it in this box, and then run the switch straight to here. So if I need to take one or the other out, I'm not pulling a whole length of wire. Made more. So we're back around on the other side of the controller. Keep in mind that the LED is 12 volt. So you're going to need a 12 volt power source, obviously, to make that work. I have one in here. Again, I'm running my spindle pump and the fans internally inside of this to keep it cool. The steppers and the circulation fan are 12 volt. So again, in my video that I posted on this box, that was another reason, like I said way back when, that I was using a 30 amp power supply because I didn't know what other accessories or whatnot I was going to be adding later on down the line. So I was already set for the future. So this is probably one of my shortest videos ever. May be the shortest video that I ever make, I'm not sure. But you get the idea of how this was installed. There's no need to go over every single detail. The biggest thing is you could actually cut this ring out of acrylic. You don't need a 3D printer. You could actually cut it on this machine. If you need the dimensions, I can get those to you. So you can make your own, but you see what it looks like. Pretty simple thing. Pretty elegant solution, but it works great. So we'll close this short video out. And as always, please like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, I'll put a materials list for super bright LEDs, a link to that ring LED that you're going to need. Everything else is pretty much a no-brainer. So, like I said, a straight wire off of that switch on and off. Originally I was going to make this switch on and off with the spindle, and it just didn't make sense to do that. I wanted something that I could turn on and off manually with the switch. So we'll close it, call it done. Once again, and as always, thanks for watching.